Right, welcome back to AUTOID TV, and today is a very exciting one for me because over the weekend I picked up my new car, and this is a bit of a dream car for me because it's essentially the car that started AUTOID and is why we're kind of stood here today whilst I'm stood in front of this camera like a bit of a pleb. So yeah, without any further ado, here is my new car. The OG M2. Give you a bit of a walk around on the spec. This is a really nice car, nice clean car, and it's kind of got all the boxes ticked that we want apart from the icon LED lights, but we'll get into that in a second. So what is it? Mineral grey, LCI OG M2 means it's still got the M55 engine, but importantly in this car we've got a manual gearbox, manual kind of enthusiast spec, I guess. M2, really low mileage. This is a 67 plate, so it's quite a late production model for the OG M2. And as it's the LCI, it's actually still got all of the same interior as the M2 comp apart from the seats. So you've got the updated dashboard, you've got the updated iDrive, got M Performance side fender trim, so they're gloss black rather than chrome. You've got the M Performance kidney grills. We know they're M Performance because they've still got the genuine M2 badging and stuff, so it's not aftermarket. Car's got full front end PPF, so the bumpers, fenders, bonnet, and then the top half of the roof is also all PPF'd. Around the back here we've got a carbon spoiler. Again, the guys think that this might be a TRE spoiler. We're going to have a little look. We're going to take it off and have a little look around it. The carbon fibre rear diffuser, and this has got some carbon fibre tips, which I mean, I've not been a fan of at the best of times, so they'll definitely be coming off. We're not sure if it's got stock exhaust or not. It doesn't sound stock.
I think it's had like some sort of mod done to the back box where they've cut some of the stuff out, but I'm not 100% sure.
So we'll drop the exhaust down, have a little look at that. Maybe we'll put on a Miltech, maybe we'll put on a custom system of our own. We don't really know yet. We're going to sort of see how that goes. But yeah, it's also sitting stock ride height. So
one thing to note though, which is a little bit weird.
Go on.
I said it to Jack earlier. For completely stock ride height, it looks like it's spaced out quite well. I don't know whether it's just the wheels.
Yeah, no, the rear stance.
What I did notice with this particular car is it's actually running 10mm wider tyres on the front and rear, so it's got a 275 on the back.
Yep.
And then was it a 265 on the front?
Yeah.
255.
Yeah. It's a 255.
Yeah, which is a slightly wider setup than standard. So I think that's what gives it that look of looking a little bit fatter, considering it's completely stock wheels.
Yeah, I'd say we were looking at what should we be doing in terms of suspension and spacers, and I actually don't think you need anything wider than like a 5mm spacer on the rear.
No, I agree. Definitely, well, especially if you're going to keep that tyre set up.
Yeah, which we will. There's a lot of grip there though.
There is so much grip driving this.
Like if you want to get a little bit drifty, you're going to need a little bit more power, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, just in terms of overall drive, it's amazing.
Oh. What's that? That sounds brilliant.
I wonder what that was. Oh, and also A6 on rear inserts.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That's kind of what leads me to believe they've come to us.
To AUTOID, because not many people sold the A6.
No, they don't.
For us.
But yeah, have a look in the interior.
It is a very, very clean example.
It's been very nicely looked after, which is good. Because I'm going to continue that.
Because Jack's a little bit of an anorak with cars, so.
Yeah, I am a little bit.
Yeah. So it'll be quite nice.
There's some weird bits of PPF as well. Like there's just these spots of PPF, and they're on the other.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, they're on the other side as well, which doesn't really make sense.
That is weird, isn't it?
I don't know if it's like for door ding. You know?
Yeah, I think it's for door dings. It's got to be. There's no other reason for that.
Yeah, I mean, if you know what they're for.
Yeah, if you know why these random bits of PPF. I don't know if you can even see them on the camera.
I might have to message Alex and ask him.
Yeah, ask him. Say what the hell are these on my car?
But yeah, mate. Overall, super happy with it. We have got loads planned, obviously. I also mentioned the lights. They're going to be coming icon lights. Couldn't spec everything we wanted. We might also put M2 comp seats in it as well, if we can get a good deal done on those. Maybe a little Eventuri engine cover, a little carbon fibre engine cover. Oof. I am keen on getting the M4 carbon strut, bruh. bar as well. But that limits our options with intakes because they're not compatible, I don't think.
I'm not too sure.
I don't know.
I ain't got a
I'm
clue.
guessing, you know, if you guys know, let me know. Right, well, Nathan, seeing as you are so nicely, should we go for a little first drive?
Come on then, let's go.
Come on then. Warmed up now. I mean, yeah, general driving impressions. I'm obviously jumping straight out the 240, which is four-wheel drive ZF8. The immediate impressions are it's just a lot more like connected, which is no surprise really. But you're getting a lot more feel through the steering wheel, which is kind of also to be expected as well. But I guess it's just a bit of a surprise because I don't know, come from a new car to an old car, you always expect the newer one to be a bit better. Which sounds a bit backwards because obviously, you know, the older car, more analog, it's going to be that way. But mid-range punch on this, it feels like N8, but it really comes onto boost nicely, especially into like third and fourth gear when you're like 2.5 to 4.5k. You were saying the same thing, weren't you?
Yeah, it's really weird because the power comes in very progressively in this car.
Yeah.
But it makes it feel very nice to drive with because it makes it feel a lot more predictable. Whereas like I noticed with the M2 comps, that S55 comes in very aggressively to the point where you're constantly fighting with traction, whereas this, you're not fighting with any traction at all. No. Like if Jack plants it now, this is like, it's pretty much like four-wheel drive on a bumpy road, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you couldn't ask for any more grip really.
Very nice.
Feels good.
The gearbox is really good, which is a surprise. BMW gearboxes, manuals, aren't really normally something to sing home about. You know, it's not like a Porsche or even like an MX-5 gearbox.
Yeah.
The S2K gearbox is amazing.
That's the best gearbox.
So coming out of that, you know, you'd expect this to be a little bit rubbery, but it feels really nice. I think it could benefit from like a short shifter.
Yeah, definitely needs a short shifter.
The throat's quite long. But yeah, I mean, I think the tyre setup they've done on this has really helped eliminated any understeer as well, if there were any.
Or oversteer really, as well. It's hard to kick it out.
It's very neutral. The way it drives is very, very neutral.
Yeah. It's a bit similar to, remember when I put the massive tyres on my Supra?
Yeah.
The 305s, and then it gives it that almost four-wheel drivey sort of feel.
The amount of traction that car had was unnatural.
Yeah, it was nuts.
So yeah, I mean, like general driving impressions, you know, what do you expect? It's an OG M2. It's going to drive nice.
Yeah.
I would like at some point, you know, if we're going to go do some lowering springs, it'd be nice to get some proper coilover suspension on this at some point.
See what it's actually like with
definitely.
a proper setup.
Be taking it maybe to the boys at Swift and just see if we can get like a proper Geo done, proper nice fast road setup.
Yeah.
On it.
Yeah, I'd say my only con was the gear throw is quite big, but it's something that can be sorted pretty easily with a short shifter.
Yeah. What's the best thing about manual rear-wheel drive? So we're going to end the video there. I'm super excited to have this car, to have it join the shop car fleet and all the stuff we've got planned for it. Loads of track days, loads of events, loads of drives, whatever it might be. Hope you guys are excited to see what we do with it, and let's kind of give the F87 a bit of a fresh start in 2023 in anticipation for our G87, which is going to be coming later in the year as well. So obviously it's going to be really good to compare the two cars back to back once that one gets delivered. So yeah, thanks for watching guys. Drop us any comments in the section below, and if you liked it, give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so already.